All right, I just got done filming this video. It's going to be a wild ride, you guys. Okay. We're going to go down a lot of different potential meanings of what this footage means, how it could be proving Tyler Robinson is guilty, also how it could be proving that the FBI planted this evidence and how they did it. We'll get to that in the end. So if you feel me going down a specific option, oh, it could be this, believe me, we're going to come back and go the other way. So just bear with it. And then after you've watched the entire video, I want to know what all of you guys think. The smart people, which is 90% of you guys. Like, I want to know what the smart people think after watching this entire video. Watch the whole thing, comment. Like, I mean, you know, like obviously it helps me if you watch the whole thing, but that's not why I'm saying it. I will read your comments, and I really want to know what everybody thinks because we're playing it both sides on this one, and I promise I'll read them. So just a little public disclosure at the beginning of this video, which is going to show some very shocking new footage of Tyler Robinson 20 minutes after the assassination at a place that seems like he should not be able to be there in the amount of time that has passed. So we're going to look at that, and it's going to probably blow this case wide open. At the very least, the FBI is now for sure going to have to explain exactly how Tyler Robinson was in the spot that he was in these multiple angles of footage. Okay, but I'm going to just put a disclosure on the front side of this, all right? Because I hit overload this weekend on Charlie Kirk theories. Like, it's like my brain maxed out, dude. Like, where I was like, you know what, dude? That's it. Like, I can't do it anymore. Okay, space aliens who like lasered Charlie from like Jupiter, like I can't, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, you know, some of these don't like have merit and they should all be investigated if they're credible at all. But this is the thing, okay? The incentive structure for content creators is to find a way to present information as if it is very suspicious because it goes viral every time if you can make it compelling. It's as simple as that. I promise you I do not do that. I really don't. Like, I will show you things that I have found compelling enough that they grab my interest, and then I'll put them out and be like, I don't know what it means. But I will never like manipulate footage and like, you know, I'll never say anything that I don't believe. But the thing is like, you know, I'm not even saying people who do it are like necessarily like bad people or anything. It's just that is the incentive. And no topic has driven more engagement than this I've ever seen in my entire career. And so there's just so much noise out there that I realized we are potentially drowning out what the real story is and helping potentially the murderer beat this case. Okay. So like, I just want to just put this out. Now, again, we're going to go through the timeline and like, if Tyler Robinson did not do this, okay, obviously I don't want him to be prosecuted and we need to figure out who did do it. Right. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's important that everybody starts to like exercise caution because in the event that we create so much confusion that no one knows which way is up, we could potentially end up exonerating the people who murdered Charlie Kirk in cold blood. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I'm going to continue to share every single thing that I see that seems to matter, but I just want to just put that out there. Hopefully, I don't even know. Who cares if I say it? But I just want to put that out. Okay. Now, but let's get into this thing because this is actually like legit, you know, timelined out footage that puts him again. I believe it's like 7 miles away, 20 minutes after the assassination, and he's behaving extraordinarily bizarre. And, I'm going to share this. So Ryan Mata, he's the one who put this out. Look at, oh, you got a follow from me now, dog. Look at that. You're on the map now, dude. Jesse on Fire follows you. And I have like, I don't even know, dude. I might even have like 20,000 subscribers or followers over there, which is a really big deal. You know what I mean? I think it's a big deal, right? Let's see. I have 16 and a half. All right, let's jump into this thing. And if I haven't been clear, part of what I'm going to do in this video is actually going to be kind of straw manning the other side. I don't even know if I'm using that term correctly, but like, I'm going to play devil's advocate as if Tyler Robinson did do this. Like, at least like, you know, I'm not going to say that he did, but like, say, okay, could he have done this? And I'll try to play that out because everybody's trying to disprove him, you know, doing it. And I want to at least be fairly looking at, well, could he have done it? You know, and can we answer some of these questions that are lingering and are weird? Because again, I'm paranoid about us letting the killer go now by accident. You know what I mean? All right, let's watch this thing.
reaches out to you. She says she's trying to get a hold of Candace, and she's got videos of Tyler Robinson.
She's got videos of Tyler Robinson 20 minutes after the shot was taken at 12:23 in her parking lot, parked in his car at her job. And the reason she knew it was him was because the FBI went into her store and said, Tyler Robinson's phone was pinging here and we need to check your cameras. So she starts going through her camera footage at her job with the feds, and his car pops up. They tell her, okay, stop there. That's his car. So she had the timestamps of it. So she went back, took videos, took pictures of everything, and now I got it.
Holy shit. Good job, bro. That girl, that information needs to get out there immediately because that girl's life's in danger. She's a loose end. They'll fuck.
No, she's not. No, she's not. Okay. There's not a scenario where a woman who has CCTV of Tyler Robinson 20 minutes after the shooting is in danger of being murdered. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not going down the I'm not doing this with people. Okay. I'm just not doing it. No offense to this dude. You know, it makes for good drama, but she is not in danger. There are people who are in danger for sure. There are people whose lives are in danger. She's just not one of them.
Fucking, that girl should be really worried for her safety. Holy shit.
So this is the crazy part about this, bro. Even in the camera footage, it's at 12:44 when he pulls in. How did he take the shot, jump off the roof, run through campus, run through the neighborhood, ditch the gun, change his clothes, get into his car, and drive 7 minutes away to her parking lot?
No fucking way.
The time, it doesn't make sense.
So this is what I'm talking about. Okay. This is where I'm going to push back, right? This is what I'm saying. The incentive structure for creators is for it to be no way, because we make way more money if we can put a hole in the official story, right? Bottom line, that is what this is. Okay. If I told you how much money I made in September covering this case, you would fucking shit your pants. Literally double what I normally do, which is already pretty fucking substantial. And I'm like, okay, am I falling into this trap, dude? And I don't, you know what I mean? Nonetheless, in 20 minutes, absolutely easily, you could do all of that stuff. Okay. That sounds like a short period of time, but everything you just named, you said 13 minutes to jump off the roof, go and ditch the gun, change your clothes, get in your car. 13 minutes. Have you guys ever done anything in a fucking stone rush, a real rush where you're frantically getting things done? That's 13 minutes is an eternity to do that stuff. An absolute eternity. So for sure he could have done that. Even if we're taking even if he's a retard who doesn't assuming he actually disassembled the gun. I mean, obviously there are problems with the official story, but even if he's a dumbbell that doesn't even know how to, disassemble and reassemble the gun that fast, that would actually explain why it took him that long. Because if someone was super efficient to take it down and put it back together, why would they need 13 fucking minutes, dude? You're running. You're running for your life. You just committed a murder. You're trying to get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? Again, you guys understand what we're doing here, right? I'm not saying that Tyler Robinson, you guys understand. I'm not saying Tyler Robinson actually did this, right? We're doing a thought experiment. Okay.
Bro, he could not have done all that in 20 minutes.
No fucking shit. Well, let me fucking send that video to me. Let's put this on fucking blast. Holy fuck.
So if Tyler was...
Dude, congratulations, Ryan Mata, dude. $1 million on this one. 48,000 on this one. $2.5 million on this one. Bro, he's crushing. That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Only there because he was picking up and dropping off the gun. That would explain why he's sitting in his car in a parking lot 20 minutes after he allegedly shot Charlie Kirk, driving in circles. It doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense, actually. It makes absolutely perfect sense. The fact that he's driving in circles makes him look guilty. That I'm not even doing a thought experiment. That's just fact. That makes him look guilty. What it looks like is he doesn't know where to go. Okay. He just committed a fucking murder. Okay. First-time killer, one of the most public figures in the world, and he shot him and killed him. And he could tell, obviously, from the shot that he had success, you know, assuming that it was him that took the shot, even if he's, or if he's a spotter, right? Like, I don't know if he took the shot or whatever, but like, you know, there are obviously problems, 30-06 round, all that stuff. Believe me, like, we're just setting that aside for this conversation. Okay. But like the driving around in circles, why would he be like, if he's totally uninvolved in this, then why the fuck is he driving around in circles? Like, what's he doing? It makes perfect sense if he did this because he doesn't know what to do. He's panicked. He's like, I don't know where to go. I can't go home. I can't do this. I can't do that. Because he has to go back to try to like get the gun or whatever, you know, according to the text message, he's got to go back to recover the thing. So he has to go somewhere and hang out. He doesn't want to be lurking around the crime scene. So he has to go somewhere to kill time. So then he can go back around and see if the coast is clear. So the fact that, as a matter of fact, honestly, this video is giving me the exact opposite conclusion of what they're saying. This is the first time that I'm starting to feel confident that he fucking did do this. Well, I mean, I was confident early on, but then once he started poking holes and everything, but him driving around in circles in this parking lot is very, very, very damning for him, in my perspective. Because again, we know if the official story is true, he was killing time to go back to pick up the rifle. Okay.
Unless he's being told to stay there to go pick up the gun. Would shoot somebody and sit in a parking lot a mile away, bro.
Nobody would.
No, they absolutely would if they had to leave the gun and they needed to go back and pick it up later or whatever. You know, I don't know what I mean, listen, dude, for the record, if Tyler Robinson did do this, I mean, he's a retard. Like, this is like, you either have like the most high, you like straight up stone professional hit job with like these, like, whoever these security guys are who are smiling over Charlie Kirk's dead body, somehow not getting any blood on their hands at all, rifling through his stuff, smiling while they're taking evidence off of him, or you have some absolute retard, left-wing radical dumbbell who just took it upon himself to go announce what he was going to do on Discord, did it, left the fucking murder weapon that is owned by him, and he's like, I don't know if they'll track the serial number to me. It's like, it's your family's rifle. Of course they're going to track it to you, you idiot. And then he is driving around in circles like, I wonder how long before like the coast will be clear. You're like, you just killed Charlie Kirk, dude. Okay, the coast is never going to be clear. The best thing you could do is get as far away from here as possible and try to give yourself an alibi. But he's an idiot, so he's doing this driving around in circles because he's an absolute imbecile who couldn't have fucking gotten away with this if his life depended on it, if he actually did it.
He fucking would.
This one's crazy. So I asked her too. I said, hey, did they tell you?
You said that's at 12:44?
Bro, I'm sending you the first footage, bro. She just sent me all she sent me every camera in her park.
Dude, you understand how fucking crazy viral this is going to go right now? This is fucking insane.
Yeah, but again, I'm just going to keep on coming back to this. I agree it should go viral because it makes Tyler Robinson look way, way, way more guilty, not innocent. I'm telling you, like, I'm all day. Anybody wants to debate me that you can't do the things that they said in 13 minutes, you know, jump in the car, because there's a 7-minute drive, right? 13 minutes to jump off the thing, run, disassemble or reassemble, whatever the fuck he's doing, change clothes and get in your car. 13 minutes. Dude, I would literally bet somebody $100,000. I'll go out there and do it in 6. Okay. Whatever we're talking about. I mean, obviously if I'm going to bet real money, I would be like, I could do it in 13 minutes and I would beat it by a mile. 13 minutes is an eternity, an absolute eternity. People are you're not thinking through how long 13 minutes actually is in a live situation like that.
This first video I'm sending you. So this is when he first, tell me when you're playing it.
And do you want any credit for this, or do you want to remain silent, anonymous?
Yeah, you can shout me out.
Oh, fuck it.
Dude, mad props to this dude for getting this footage. Mad props to this dude. To both of them, dude. Like, you know, if I disagree on what the conclusion is, but it's still like fucking mad props to these guys for getting it, and then, you know, Ryan fucking promoting it. Cause like I've always said, the only thing that I care about is the truth, you know? And especially if leftists did it, because that's a fight I can fight. Okay. Like, I can actually make an impact in that fight. Israel, what the hell am I going to do there, dude? Israel did it. They're all, no, we didn't. I'm like, yeah, they did. And everyone's like, okay. So like some people who are inclined to believe in conspiracy theories, they believe it. They would have believed it anyway. I've done nothing. Okay. Fighting against radical leftists dude, I can hit some hearts and minds on that, dude. And if they did this, this is a headshot to their entire movement. I'll fucking eat them forever. So I will be totally straight. I want it to be them, for sure. I absolutely want it to be them. But there were so many holes in the official story, it was problematic. And there still are, dude. 30-06 round, no exit wound is just makes absolutely no sense. You know, I actually did see footage, though, of one thing recently so I saw a much better version of the shot of him jumping off the roof with the towel, and it does look like he has a rifle underneath it to me in this one. Like, it was like way more high resolution. I hadn't seen it, and I was like, whoa, okay, that absolutely could be a rifle. What's underneath the towel? Because like I saw the one that was on Ian Carroll, like when Ian Carroll covered it, and I watched that close, and the footage he had, I just was like, he seems real confident. It's not. I just feel like I can't tell. It doesn't look like a rifle, but it's not clear enough for me to say one way or the other. But the footage I saw, which was on a mainstream outlet, way more clear. I mean, you know, fuck, who knows? They could digitally fucking put it in there. You know, they could make me give Santa Claus a lap dance and fucking put my tongue down Mrs. Claus's throat right now, and it would look 100% real. I don't think it'd be super hard for them to be like, let's redo it, enhance it. You know, here, just recreate this exact video, except in this one, put a rifle in his hand. Like, I don't think that's a huge ask for AI at this point. You know what I mean? So like, you still don't even know what you're looking at.
Yeah, all right. And what's your username on X?
From convict to conservative.
Perfect. All right, cool.
All right, you see the video?
Yep.
Okay, you're gonna look at the street over there. You're gonna see when he pulls. So this is when he's driving by her work, and then I'm gonna look at the timestamp. There he is, 12:44. You see him?
Yup.
Okay, so there's him at 12:44.
He's in this gray Charger.
Yeah, that's his gray Charger. So this is when he drove by her. Let me send you the rest. Yeah, this is when he drove by in the front, and I'm gonna show you where he parks on the back of her job.
And again, just to reiterate how big of a fucking moron this guy is if he did it, he committed this crime and had his own cell phone on his person when he did it. It's like, I can't, dude. Like, I don't understand. Like, I know I'm smarter than, you know, like the average dumbbell, but like, do you understand the gravity of the thing that you are doing? Like, do you not understand? This is real life. Okay. This is going to be one of the most visible murders in the history of the country. And you're just kind of flat, you know, oh, I got a rifle and I got an idea. I think I'm going to go do it. Like, you haven't thought through enough to be like, maybe I should have my cell phone somewhere else so I could present myself as being somewhere else. Like, here, my phone, you know, look, I was right there. See, my phone was there all day. You bring it with you, you fucking idiot. You know? Like, I literally just had a very, very stern, like, conversation with a friend of mine who knows how to use the dark web. And he was telling me about this guy who he makes orders. He just makes orders for this guy. The guy's an opioid addict. And he was doing orders for him just because the guy didn't know how to do it. And he would pay him a couple $100 every time he would do it. But the guy's rich and he was making big ass orders. And like, I'm listening to this story because he was talking about like how big of a pain in the ass the guy is. And I'm listening. I'm like, dude, like, are you not thinking this through? Because one of the end of the stories was that like an agency had actually come to the house looking for him about like a package or whatever. And I was like, do you understand how reckless what you're doing is? Okay. If they intercept a package that has heavy like fentanyl weight on it, if it's like fake oxys or something, and they lean on him, do you understand what kind of time they can put against him in an interrogation room? Fentanyl, imported fentanyl with the intent to sell, he'll be facing life in prison. And why would they lean on him like that? Okay. He can tell them, yeah, it's for personal use, but you think that guy's going to stand tall? He's also a drug addict. If they put him on a 72-hour hold, he's going to crack, like he's going to be in withdrawal in 12 hours. Okay. He'll fucking sell his mom out. So he's going to be facing life in prison and in withdrawal. How fast do you think he's going to give you up? 1 second? You're doing this. Why? Because you're being nice. Okay. You can never order for him ever again. Fucking never. Like, not one time. Do not crack. Don't, whatever. You can show him how to do it, but you can never do this again. Absolutely never. But, you know, he just didn't see. He's like didn't dawn on him. You know, like this shit's automatic for me, that kind of thing. Like risk assessment with, especially with legal stuff, is like, I just do it on autopilot. And it's like, no. I mean, like, you know, I would have advised Tyler Robinson, like, hey, don't murder Charlie Kirk, you fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Similar to the advice here. It's like, but he brought his cell phone, dude. It's so dumb.
And how far of a way is that from what is the location of that where she worked at there?
I'm gonna send it to you because she sent it to me. She sent me everything. Look at this. Where is it? Start at?
Holy shit!
This. Okay, now
this
look
is
at
fucking
her messages,
big, dude. This is fucking big. Holy shit,
this is
bro.
her messages to me. Look at these messages. She reached out and she's sending me stuff, and then she's sending me the maps of her job. She even sent me the address of her work, bro.
And I can use all this. She said that's okay. She wants this to go to Candace, right?
You can post it.
But I mean,
to me. She didn't care who.
That's what I mean. I can put it out there, right?
Okay, hang on. Let's do something real quick, you guys. Yo, check it out, you guys. Look at ChatGPT helping me do wait, what the? Okay. I want to do a ChatGPT search on one thing really important. How far did Tyler Robinson live from the campus? It's about 3. Okay, you know. What about the apartment he lived in with his trans furry Twinkie boyfriend? Okay, guys. I think this is pretty relevant information here. Okay. The apartment was in St. George, Utah, which is 259 miles away from from the campus where Charlie Kirk was murdered. 3 hours and 49 minutes. Okay. 3 hours and 49 minutes. 3 hours and 49 minutes. Okay. So I think it's pretty important that we are being honest about how damning it is that Tyler Robinson is in that parking lot 7 minutes away from the campus, 20 minutes after Charlie Kirk is shot. Okay? Like I'm going to straight up say this, dude. If anybody who is like doing like, you know, they're doing like a citizen investigation into this case, if you are doing it because you don't have like a desired outcome in mind, right? Like you don't have one way you're hoping that it goes, and you are genuinely just observing the facts as they come in, and you do not think that this new footage is a catastrophic case, like update to the potential that it was not Tyler Robinson, I am going to challenge your credibility. Okay. Straight up. Like, I'm not saying it means for sure that he did it, but he lives 3 hours and 49 minutes from where he is, and he's 7 minutes from where Charlie Kirk was shot 20 minutes ago. And he's driving around in circles, which lines up exactly with he needs to go back and pick up the rifle. Okay? Believe me, I love an international conspiracy as well. But the better views is not worth the shame of me pretending that I am not smart enough to recognize what this fucking video means. Okay? Now, I can't verify the validity of this video either, though. Okay? Like, I am good at knowing what I can know and what I can't know. Example. Where did this video come from? Like, this guy is having a conversation with some lady who's like, oh, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. How do we know that's not the feds? How do we know that that's not the feds pretending to be some lady who reached out to an influencer, gives them this fucking CCTV footage, you know, probably knowing that some people will put it out and be like, oh my God, there's no way he could have done it. But now they have it on record. Tyler Robinson is 7 minutes away from the thing. And now smart people like me will recognize like, oh, Tyler Robinson almost for sure did this. But maybe that evidence is planted and it's actually disinformation. Okay. Like that's what I'm saying. You can never know. You can literally never know what's what in cases like this. You can't, because there's an endless amount of ways for them to juke evidence, for them to trick people, for them to use, you know, resources that they know have, you know, like their mind, like Candace is obviously dead set that like there's a problem with the official story and it's something else. I love Candace, dude. I can't have more respect for a person than I do for Candace. I want to be very clear about that. But if I am someone who is close to Tyler Robinson family and I've decided I want to try to save Tyler Robinson's life, and I know Candace is on a rampage and her rampage is pretty clearly meant to imply a conspiracy, and I go, that's going to help our case if I feed her some information that's going to really amp it up, then I'm going to do that. I'm going to get to her and be like, listen, I'm with Tyler Robinson's family. Of course she's going to talk to them, dude. And then of course she's going to believe them when they tell her that, oh no, he never admitted that he did it. Like, no, he never wrote those Discord messages, and no, he never did that. And then she goes and publicly sows doubt in the official story. Okay. Like that could absolutely be possible, or everything they could be telling her could be true. All I know is that people who start talking with certainty in a case like this, all they're doing is revealing to me that they're not as smart as they think they are. If the end of every single evaluation that you make is not, but I don't know for sure and here's why, then I feel superior to you. Sorry, I do. I don't look to feel superior to other people, but I do if people think that they know for sure what happened here, because you can't. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, because I asked her, I said, did they tell you not to put any of this out? And she said, no, they just said, thank you, walked out.
Jackpot. Okay. Now let's go back into conspiracy mode. Okay. Let's go back into conspiracy mode where now the FBI is doing a cover up. Okay. So the FBI goes to her and says, hey, we have Tyler Robinson pinging off of your place. They know that she has a security system. They plant that footage into her security system in advance. So then they go, oh, by the way, go check. You have any idea how easy it would be to hack into some rudimentary fucking security system that puts video on a fucking parking lot in a place like that, in some like random like small business park? Like the fucking feds, absolute most elite like computer hackers in the world, hack in, replace the footage with, with an edited version or an AI version, whatever, and you put Tyler Robinson in there 20 minutes after, and you don't tell her not to put it out. So you figure like, they probably checked her fucking social media and they knew she's a loudmouth. They could probably predict with almost certainty whether or not that person's going to make a call and try to make a thing out of it. So they plant it, they get it, they put it in her head. It's like Inception. And then she goes and finds the thing they knew she would find. And then she reaches out to people that they knew she would reach out to. And boom, now you have people like me, except not me, but people who are looking to actually solve this thing, convinced that Tyler Robinson really did it. Except I'm also not convinced of that now, because it could be the feds planting this evidence. No way to know. There's just no fucking way to know. But I can promise you, here's all I can promise you, is that you will not find anyone who is more unbiased evaluating this stuff than I am. I told you, I want it to be Tyler Robinson. I want it to be these leftists. But I'm not going, that doesn't cloud my ability to evaluate all the different sides of what could be going on. Because so many things could be going on, you just can't know. You can't fucking know. Anyway, that's enough for today.